Hello there and welcome back to another edition of the Hot Lap Classic Remastered. This time we're taking a look at the 1996 Toyota Soarer 2.5 GTT VVT-I. Letters. Yes, this is our first Toyota Soarer to take on the course. There are 3 of them in this game. You have this one, you have the GTT without the VVT-I, and the 3-litre GT, which has insane amounts of power. This one is not that, even though I thought it was originally. Anyways, yeah, Toyota Soarer. These are also known as Lexus SC300s or 400s, depending on which side of the world you come from, and I'm not a huge fan, I will be honest. They're a little bit dull, if I'm being honest. They're basically Toyota Supras, but more luxurious. So, I mean, if you want a cheap Supra, that's probably all they're good for. But anyways, here you go. Front engine, rear wheel drive, 433 horsepower, 1,388 kilos. It is heavy like a Supra, and it's not massively powerful. So we'll see how this gets along. Anyways, we have a 5-speed. Okay, that's good. Yes, we'll see how this gets along with 6 laps of the Motorsports Land track. It's going to have those 6 laps to set the best time it possibly can. Our current leader is a fellow Toyota. It is the Toyota Sleeker Rally car though. That's at a time of 27.552. This is not likely to beat that. I think this is going to do a little bit better now that I found out it has a 5-speed. To be honest, I was expecting this to be appalling. But yeah, I mean, now that it actually has a better gearbox in it than I was expecting it. I was expecting like a sort of Lexus GS territory, which is, oh sorry, Toyota Aristo, I should say, which is a 32.6, I think that car currently sits around. So it should do a little bit better than that. That being said, while it doesn't have a 4-speed gearbox, it feels like it has a 4-speed gearbox. This is a very, very long ratios in this box. Yeah, interesting. So we'll see how it gets along. It definitely feels heavy, and that is not ideal. I didn't hit that wall. It's just that sometimes happens when you get too close to the walls in GT2. What can I say about this? Comes in a nice yellow. This is sometimes I don't point it out because I like to see if people notice, but in this case I will say this is not obviously a factory colour. This is one of the colours added with GT2 Plus as a homage to some of the prize cars you can win in GT1. There's a couple of cars like this, we've ran them already. The Civic Type R had the unique colour, one of the GTRs as well had the unique colour, and now the Soarer is too. The CRX as well kind of did, because it had a unique colour for the racing mod technically. Yeah, if I do run these when I sort of A, remember they exist, and B, if there's not like another colour I'm already got my heart set on, because sometimes I do. There's certain cars that need to be certain colours in my mind. Stuff like the Aston Martin DB7, for example, when that comes round. There is a few special colours for that car, but I'm not interested in them, basically. So yeah, this is not very good to drive, I will be honest. It is, for a car that has 430 horsepower, which is, let's be honest, not a lot really for this course. It drives like it has like 500. I'm not sure what turbo's in this. I think it's a stage, I thought it was a stage 3, but I'm looking at the turbo gauge, and it must be a stage 2 this then. But it just spins its tyres, that's all it does. Spins its tyres and waggles its rear end around. Yeah, I don't think that could go much quicker, I will be honest. Usually, I'm quite happy to say if a car is slow. You know, I will admit, I definitely made some mistakes, probably even on the quickest lap out of this thing, but it's not nice to drive this. It just spins. That's all it does. Spins its rear wheels and makes silly blow-off noises, which does make it slightly endearing. Yeah, not brilliant. Definitely not brilliant. I will say when we drove this around in the old series, it was far worse. I do remember this car being terrible to drive in the original running of this series. So, yeah. A trait that carries on into this one. 31.950 puts it below that Corolla we won last time. Interesting. It does go right around a bunch of other sort of powerful rear-wheel drive coupes that weren't very good to drive. BMW 323ci, the Silvia K's S14 is down here. Sprinter Terreno, that actually wasn't that bad, but that's here as well. Yeah, it's a bit of a loser's corner, this. It is quicker than a Mark II Tourer, which I think had sort of similar statistics to this, although that also had a 4-speed, so... Yeah, this is, it's just not good, basically. Buy the Supra. Even though the Supra is also not very good around here, as history has shown us, buy the Supra, definitely. Anyways, that's it for this episode. Thank you all very much for watching, and join me next time when I'll be driving something that is not a Toyota. Until then, farewell.